thing that I think is very interesting, I was interviewing John Springer, and of course he wrote that book, They Had Faces Then, and he maintains that when they selected you, like selecting Janet, the Norma Shearer seeing Janet's picture, he said they would have always, any studio would have picked Janet Leigh because they knew that she photographed well. They would evaluate, have you looked in a still photograph, and then they would do a test, and they knew that they had an opening for what she represented.
Yeah, well, every studio had the stable of players, and were always looking for the one who would just catapult through. Janet is a fascinating case because it was really right out of the gate. You know, boom, there she was. Romance of Rosie Ridge, I think she was an immediate asset, and so much. Janet Leigh's a person who always fascinated me because she is one of those people who is always excellent, like Gene Simmons. And when you're always excellent, at a certain point you get taken for granted. She is much more talented than she's been given credit for.
Well, Lillian Burns told me that, and if I can, because she is a great asset also in the show, she said an actor has the talent to be an actor, or an actor doesn't. You cannot learn, you cannot acquire that in school. No. You can't teach anybody to act. What you can do is hand them the tools to make use of the talent that they have, and hopefully put it on the right course. And as you know, she would screen. I mean, she was the power behind MGM, and she said to me that from the first time she read with Janet, I mean, Janet was literally signed that day and never had any idea of being an actress. You know, she was going to be a music therapist for children. She never went on an audition. She never did a still modeling job. She just went there. They signed her the first day because Lillian Burns said she could see that she could get into emotions and intuit things, and that she just was a natural actress.
It's fascinating when. Look, I can think back, well, when I was a kid and seeing young people come along. I mean, we were contemporaries, except I'd been there longer. But seeing like the young teenage people come along when I was like Janet, like Janie Powell, Janie Powell just did it. I mean, it was extraordinary, and people get taken for granted, and it's. They worked very, very hard in film after film after film. And people forget, you know, that one of the biggest stars on the MGM lot for 12 years was Jane Powell, who is delicious. I can't figure out, for instance, I'm a great movie nut, and I've seen everything that Jean Harlow was ever in, and I don't know where that talent came from. She was phenomenal. And she was taken for granted and not thought to be very good. You know, because her stardom was so phenomenal. Sometimes, the stardom of those people is so excruciating that it camouflages the acting talent.
Well, you know, Lillian said to me, great acting never looks like you're acting.
No, of course. I mean, you know, it's like we all,
so
you know, we all, when one watches Fred Astaire dance, he makes it feel so easy that you can do it until you get up and fall flat on your ass, you know, or you see Bierling singing, it all sounds effortless, seamless, because that is the consummation devoutly to be wished.